This is Bear Essentials, and I am Bear Byers. Today, I'm going to discuss my shade level, or my watch level of 2009 points, or 9 levels, and how I got there. Now, one of the great things of how to get here is by just doing a lot of these daily projects. If you own the season pass, there's a seasonal pass project every day. It's going to pay you just shy of 500,000 experience on top of whatever else you're already gaining. You have also a daily project which doesn't pay as much, but if it's something you're going to farm anyway, this would be a good one to do. I'm not probably going to do the Pentagon and DARPA today. I'll have other things to do. The weekly project pays 366,000 extra bonus on top of running through all those levels. So if you can do that, then donating your shade request pays about this much, the 366,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. And then your summit, completing that. So if you have somebody that's already on level 100 and worked up to there, and you do that on each character, again, that's 366,000 times 4. And when I tell you times 4, this is what I'm talking about. So when we'll log out here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this takes a little bit of investment on your time, but if you have the Warlords in New York, and now that you don't have to buy an acceleration on each character, you can go ahead and make a second, third, or fourth character, and then accelerate them to go straight to New York. Now, I was convinced by a guy I've nominated as Player of the Year, Raging Dragon 4, recommended that I get all my characters back up to 30 level last year. So it wasn't hard to get them. They were already maxed out, all 4 of these, so I could run the Dark Hours raid back in the day 4 times a week and get a chance at that Eagle Bear times 4 back when the early days of the Eagle Bear where nobody really had it. So each one of these characters, as you see, they are leveled up. As you can see, they share the watch. Now, explaining these 4 characters, they share the same watch experience. So if you gain 1,000,000 points on one character, you're gaining 1,000,000 points for your whole account. So you can gain 1,000,000 here, 1,000,000 here, 1,000,000 here, 1,000,000 here. You gain 4,000,000 for the day. So again, it's well worth the investment in many ways to get in each one of your characters through made and through New York. It gives you a lot of benefits. It gives you, when you're clicking on your character and you go into those operations, you can do those daily operations each time. If you're doing each box or each thing you're picking up, you got the opportunity to do that on each character. Each world is independent of the other. So it does give you a chance to redo the same thing over and over again per account. And of course, if you have help or you have a crew or clan and they're doing the same thing, you guys all work that together. So as you can see here, as we looked at the other character, he still has, his Roosevelt Island to do for the day. So I can get my Roosevelt Island, say I do it on, say, challenging, and get 269,000 experience for doing it on challenging. I'll get the bonus here for 449,550. You add that up, that's well over 1 level. That's somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,000,000 points. Each week we donate this, and with the times 2 this week, that was over 700,000 points, which is a level. So as you can see, that this level was just I just hit 2,000 yesterday, and throughout the things that I did yesterday, which was some manhunt stuff on one account and donating my shade stuff on all four accounts to give the exotics to one of my clan mates that might need them if I hit the right ones, I was able to gain somewhere in the neighborhood of, well, let's check it out. I'll tell you exactly how much I gained in one day. Um, we did, oops, so we go over here. And I explained this on another video. So you go in here and right here you press X, not A, X, and it'll show you. So I gained almost 6 million points yesterday because this just started Tuesday morning, and you can see that I used almost 6 million of the 10.5 million. Now once you get north of max this out, you won't know how much it is. So if I gain 4.5 million today, the multiplier will quit doubling everything I get. But as I run through those missions, you can see that if you ran your daily mission here, it would be well over 1 million points because you got the 449,550 plus the 260 some on challenging. You put those together, that's 7 million. That's almost, it should be almost 2 levels for doing it. So if I do Roosevelt Island in this count, the other count, and the fourth account, that's nearly, that would probably max out everything I have for the double XP. Another way that I've done a lot of my points is I usually either either skill build where I'm doing a lot of multiple kills with like the Pokeballs that we call them,
Agent in
aka the Seeker Mines, or what we're doing is when we're running through here, I, for the longest time, was a sniper, and when you're doing those headshot kills, you're getting a multiplier at the end. So, kind of slipped because I've been doing skill runs, but 316th on Xbox for the entire, 2 years. Only 315 people have more headshot kills, or 314 people have more headshot kills than me. So that's pretty decent, but that's not the top of the leaderboard like some of these guys are on some of these things, but it adds up, and it gives you an extra bonus for each headshot kill you get. So if you snap off 50, 60 headshot kills in a run, and you're getting an extra 12,000 or 1,200 points for each one of those, in the long run, that's 60,000 extra bonus by getting a 60 headshot kills. So if you're doing the headshot kills, and another guy, you got 75 kills, but 60 of them are headshot kills, you've gained an extra 60, 70,000 points, where the guy that killed 112 blowing things up or shooting them real fast or whatever because he's running through with the Lady Death, or his backfire build and he's just melting people, he's not getting those big bonuses. Your skill guy that's throwing out the Seekers, he's getting a bonus for killing 10 people at the same time. He gets an extra 1,500 points or whatever it is for that one group kill. Again, the headshot kills can really add up. So again, your play style can really help you gain that experience fast. One thing you really want to do to gain these levels is just play. Get in there and get her done. Don't be afraid to jump in a mission and seek out some other people and get it done. Doing the missions on challenging is usually north of almost 300,000 points. Heroics are much higher than that, and legendary's just, it's a level by itself. It's like 800,000. And you're getting all the bonuses and kill points and stuff as you go. So that all adds up. But getting in here and playing is just the biggest way you can do it. And it's not hard to, in just a few hours, gain, 10, 15, 20 levels a day. If you're a 24/7 isolated in your house from COVID and all you're doing is playing Division 2, there's no reason why you can't hit 50 to 100 levels in one day. Just being smart on what you're doing, and not dilly dallying and playing around in your inventory and just sitting around BSing with your friends. To get in there and just grind, do your missions and get these missions done, especially if they're, like I said before, these are projects missions. The other thing is one of the things that can really help you is when these project missions are also manhunt missions. So you got nearly, now that all these guys are around, and to get to your shrapnel trap on each account, you have to get these done on each account. That's the bad thing about having multiple accounts. If you want the shrapnel trap skill, you have to do all these on each account. That's why this is not my main account, and you can see I'm way behind on this one. So I got to really crack down here in the next 2 weeks to get this all done. Be able to get my shrapnel trap. So that's how I got the level of 2000. That's how some people got levels of much, much higher than that. As you can see, if you look down through my social event, you can see that Black Cucumber is just a little higher than me at 2000. The highest person in our clan is somebody we recruited a few months ago, Dazzle Fun, and he's 24. He's almost 400. He's over 400 levels higher than me. Raging Dragon 4 is way higher. There's Jack Ump, which is on top of the leaderboard or very high on the leaderboard for raid completions. Jack Umps is 2759. Here's legit, this 2182. Here's Munch that's just above me at 2096. Raging hasn't played today. It doesn't show, but he's way above that. He's like in the 4000s, I think. Red Raider Pilot is 2345. Skipping Ivy's almost 2000. Soul Snatcher 2263. Solid, great guy. Runs a lot of raids, knows how to do it. He hopefully is one of those players that get nominated for Player of the Year. And remind you, if you've seen this, we are taking nominations for Player of the Year. Just contact me at the website bearbuyers65 at outlook.com and just send in who your, say, like if you were going to submit Soul Snatcher for you, you'd say Soul Snatcher for you, Xbox, Bear Buyers 65. And that's all you have to do. Now, it would be nice if you kind of add on a little bit of why you're nominating. His watch level's really high. He's led a lot of raids. He's gave me, a lot of my exotics. Whatever the case may be, here's XXX Box Bob. He's real high up there. I seen one way down there at the bottom that was over 3,000. I thought I seen there. Maybe not. Buzz Driver is 2803, so he's up there. I do know there's a few that are just really, really like in 6,000. I think or somebody that we seen that was over 8,000. Again, this is a person that's probably has to play a lot, and there are a few at the top of the leaderboard that I hate to tell you that some of these numbers over here on like the dark zone stuff, rogues taken. There are people that have been accused of um, boosting this. Actually taking people in there and shooting them just to shoot them. And then there's other people that just live in there, and that's what they do. There's people like Kamikaze Von Doom that play a lot of conflict, so his watch level's not nearly as high because you take 15, 20-minute match and you get 500,000 points if you do really well. Where in that same time frame, I can make 500,000 or 1,000,000 points running through missions. So you can really do a lot more doing the PvE stuff. The PvP sometimes doesn't pay as much. Now, the exception is the Dark Zone. Still, one of the highest paying ways of getting in your level is going through and just cleaning out Dark Zone uh, landmarks. If you can just mow them down just left and right, that's great. But if you get in a group that you're on a server where somebody's hunting you down every time you're doing it, you're not extracting anything, it can get quite frustrating. And what's really sucks is if you don't get to complete that thing and you get killed and you haven't completed it, and by the time you get back here, then the person that killed you cleaned up what you had already done all the hard work for. You don't get any experience for it. So that can be very frustrating, and I understand it. So it's not something that's for everybody to play like that, but if you can and you can do well at it, you can gain a lot of levels from clearing landmarks in the DZ. Conflict, playing a lot of conflict and stuff, I hate to say, now gives you a little bit of experience, but nothing like playing the regular game gives you on the experience side. So you're not going to, if you're just playing nothing but conflict, you're not going to be a 4,000 or 5,000 level watch guy, even if you played it 15 hours a day. So, again, wanted to give you some insight on how I got my watch level up here and still have a lot of hours that I give to family, friends, and a lot of hours at work. I'm not a person that gets to live on Xbox, but when I do, I play pretty good. And again, making these videos takes time out from that too. This is Bear Essentials. I am Bear Byers, and if I can do it, so can you. Your watch level can be well over 2,000 as well. And we have a new season coming up, so remember that during a season, you want to at least gain 100 levels, and maybe those secrets that I've kind of showed you how I do it, maybe that'll help you grind through those levels quick and fast when the new season comes out so you can get all that new and crazy stuff as soon as possible. You have a blessed day.